Welcome to Pana, Hispana. My name is Anastasia Breslavska, and today we will learn the Spanish alphabet. After this video, you will know how to correctly pronounce the letters in the Spanish alphabet, and you will learn how to read words and expressions. So, for example, when you go somewhere and see a phrase, after this video, you will be able to easily read it and pronounce it. So, shall we start? Great! Here you see the Spanish alphabet, and now we will read all these letters out loud. I will pronounce them and you will repeat after me out loud. It's very important. Then we will go over some special letters that have their specific reading rules. So let's read the letters of the Spanish alphabet. Let's start. A, B, C, or in Spain, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, or in Spain, Theta. Great! Now let's go over some peculiarities of some letters of the Spanish alphabet. And we will start with the difference between Spain and Latin America. As you know, there is Classic Spanish, which is used in Spain, and Latin American Spanish. Apart from some words and expressions in each country, there is a slight difference in pronunciation. If we're talking about the Classic Spanish in Spain, these two letters will sound like th, th. So you put a tongue between your teeth and you say th, th, th. It's the same sound as in English, like for example, the word think, I think, like th, the same sound, so th. And the first letter you will read like the, the, and the last one like theta, theta, the, theta. It's for Spain, but if we're talking about the Latin American Spanish, these letters will sound like s. So the first one like se, and the last one zeta, se, zeta. For example, in Latin America, they will read these two words like cine, azúcar, cine, azúcar. But in Spain, it will be cine, azúcar, cine, azúcar, cine, azúcar, cine, azúcar. Wonderful. The next special letter in the Spanish alphabet, which is different in Spain and Latin America, is the letter S. So in Spain, it sounds like sh. In Latin America, like s. For example, these two words. In Spain, sueño, soñar, sueño, soñar. In Latin America, sueño, soñar. Sueño, soñar, sueño, soñar. Okay, our next two letters are K and W. The peculiarity of these two letters is that you won't find them in the Spanish, like real Spanish words. These two letters are used only in the international borrowed words. For example, kilo, kilogramo, William, waffle. So these words are international. But for like real Spanish words, they use different letters to give this sound. Perfecto. Now we will learn to read Spanish words. As I told you earlier, there are some letters in the Spanish alphabet that have their own special rules, reading rules, and depending on the combination, they are pronounced differently. And our first letter is letter C. So this letter has two rules. And the first one says that if it goes before the letters E and I, it gives the soft sound S, or in Spain, th. For example, these two words. In Spain, it's cine, cenar. Cine, cenar. We already know these words. But in Latin America, it's cine, cenar. So the rule here is that when this letter se goes with e or I, it gives the sound of s or th. This is the first rule. And the second rule is that if this letter se goes before the letters a, o, u, or consonant letter, it will give the sound k, k. For example, casa, cosa, cuna, clase. Casa, cosa, cuna, clase. So remember, when it goes with e, I, it's s or th in Spain. And when it goes with other letters like a, o, u, and consonant, it gives the sound k, k. Casa, cosa, cuna, clase. Fabuloso, perfecto. And our next letter is the letter G. It's very similar regarding the rules to the previous letter C. It has the same rules actually. So the first rule is that when this letter G goes with EI before the letters EI, it gives the soft sound H. For example, gente, girasol. Gente, girasol. And the second rule is when this letter goes before a, o, u, or consonant, it gives the strong sound g. Gato, gota, gusto, grande. Gato, gota, gusto, grande. So remember that the letters e and I are like softer, and with them, these two letters, se and he, give the softer sound. Se or the and h. And with other letters like a, o, u, and consonant letters, these two letters give the strong sound k and g. K, g. Perfecto. Our next letter is the letter H, and it's quite popular among beginners learning Spanish because many are confused whether to pronounce it or not. Whether to say Gabbana, Habana, or Havana. And today you will know the correct answer. So remember, this letter is never pronounced. Neither at the beginning of the word, nor in the middle, nor at the end. Never ever. When you see it, just ignore it. So every time you see some word with this letter, just ignore it. So try to read these words out loud. Wonderful. So these words should sound like hola, hotel, habitación in Latin America, and in Spain, habitación, and helado. Hola, hotel, habitación, habitación, helado. Maravilloso. Our next letter is the letter Q, and its peculiarity is that it always goes with the letter U. So you will always find this combination. Q can't go without U. But in this combination, the letter U shouldn't be pronounced. So when U goes with Q, you should read only Q and ignore U. For example, try to read these two words. It's not cue, it's not quien, it's que and quien. So we ignore in this combination the letter U. Que, quien. Que, quien. Excelente. Our next special letter is the letter R, and it also has two rules. The first rule says that when it goes at the beginning of the word or double, like 2R, 2R, in the middle of the word, it gives the strong sound like R. try to pronounce it. Try to say it. R, r, r. Wonderful. Now let's read these words. Okay, it will be rosa, río, cerrar, or in Spain, cerrar. Rosa, río, cerrar. Rosa, río, cerrar. Wonderful. And the second rule is that when this letter goes in the middle of the word but one, like one, R, it gives the softer sound R, R, R. For example, pero tarde, pero tarde. Perfecto. Very important thing. Depending on how you pronounce it, the way you pronounce it, or R or softer R, the meaning of the word can change. For example, look at these two words and try to read them. Okay, the first one is pero and the second one is perro. So the meaning of the first one is but. For example, like today is a great day, but I'll stay home. And the meaning of the second word is a dog, an animal, a dog. So when you pronounce it like softer, pero, it's but. Stronger, it's a dog. You see, there is a difference. And our next letter is the letter V, and it also has two rules. When this letter goes at the beginning of the word or after the letter N, it gives the strong sound like B, B, B. For example, vaca, ventana, vaca, ventana. But when it goes in the middle of the word, it gives the sound like something between B and V. V, 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 V. It's not B, it's not V, it's V, 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 V. For example, tuvo, uva, tuvo, uva. So the word convivir, you should read the first one as B and the second one as V, 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 because the first one goes in the middle, but it goes after the letter N, so it gives the strong sound. And the second one goes just in the middle of the word. So it's convivir, 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 convivir. Great. Now I will make you happy. Many times native speakers pronounce this letter everywhere as B or everywhere as V or vice versa. But our task is to know the grammatically correct option. And one more letter we will go over is the letter Z, or in Spain, theta. This letter is usually difficult for people who speak English because in English this letter gives the sound Z. So it's pronounced like Z, Z, Z. But in Spanish, this sound doesn't exist with any letter. So you won't ever hear the sound Z in the Spanish language. So this letter can sound only like S in Latin America or Th in Spain. Remember, in Spanish, the sound Z doesn't exist at all. So it's always S or Th. So try to read these words. In Latin America, it will be zona, zapatos, azúcar. Zona, zapatos, azúcar. In Spain, it will be zona, zapatos, azúcar. Zona, zapatos, azúcar. Great. There is another very important thing that you should know about the Spanish alphabet that I will tell you now. But before, I have a special announcement. If you're watching this video, it means that you are at the very beginning of learning Spanish. You might already be thinking about the best way to learn Spanish. There are many options. You can watch these videos on YouTube. You can use the help of artificial intelligence. But only a live person with many years of experience can give you the best results in the shortest time. So if you value your time, if you want to start speaking Spanish as quickly as possible, if you want to do it correctly and enjoy the process, it's better to do it with a teacher. Because when you learn a language on your own, you don't know where to start, what to learn next, and how to do it. A teacher is a guide who will lead you to success quickly and surely. In our international online Spanish language school, Pana, Hispana, our professional teachers can prepare you for any Spanish-speaking country, focusing on your goals and interests. You will learn Spanish in an interesting way and the way you want it. We have different formats for learning Spanish. We have individual lessons, group classes, and intensive program. In the description below this video, you can find the link to our website where you can choose the best option for you. And as a bonus for your motivation, for pursuing your goals, for developing yourself, we give you a 10% discount on the first month of lessons. To use it, enter the promo code, which you will find in the description below this video. Follow the link to the school's website, choose a format and start speaking Spanish. Okay, now we continue with our first lesson and I will tell you some interesting things that not everybody knows, secrets. Okay, let's get back to our alphabet. The alphabet we went over at the beginning of the video is the modern alphabet. Look, here appeared 2 new letters. The thing is that there is an international organization called Real Academia Española, the Royal Spanish Academy, that regulates the Spanish language at an international level, sets rules, innovations, etc. And in 1994, they decided to remove these 2 letters from the Spanish alphabet to make it more concise. And now the Spanish teachers have to explain to the students that the combinations of these letters create new letters. Okay, let's start with our first new old letter, which is che. Earlier, I told you that you should never pronounce the letter h, but in this combination, the letter h creates a new letter. So it's not like 2 apart letters, it's 1 new letter. So this combination, when se goes with h, it's a new letter che. So try to read these 2 words. Chica, chino. Chica, chino. Okay, so when you see just h in other combinations with other letters, you don't pronounce it. But when you see h with se, it's a new letter. It's the letter che. And it gives the sound of ch. Chica, chino. Perfecto. And our next special new old letter is the letter E. Important thing, when you see one L, it gives the sound of L. But when you see the doble L, like here, this is a new letter which gives the sound of Y. So 2, like double L, is pronounced like Y, Y. Try to read these 2 words. Perfecto. Lluvia, llegar. Lluvia, llegar. Maravilloso. And the last peculiarity that you should know about the Spanish alphabet is about these 2 letters. The new old letter E and Y. E and Y. The thing is that these 2 letters in some countries are pronounced a little bit differently. In Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay especially, you can hear them as j, j. So, try to read this phrase. In Spain or Latin America, they will read this phrase like yo me llamo, my name is. Yo me llamo, because normally these 2 letters eye and y, they give the sound of y. Yo me llamo. But in Argentina, Uruguay, and Paraguay, in the countries rioplatenses, they pronounce it like je. Yo me llamo. Yo me llamo. It's also a correct option. It's just the difference between some countries. So in Latin America and Spain is yo me llamo. In rioplatenses countries, yo me llamo. Yo me llamo. Wonderful. Great! Today you learned how to read the letters of the Spanish alphabet, and now you can easily pronounce any word or sentence you see. Cool, right? Okay, so if you want to start speaking Spanish as quickly as possible, enjoy communication, meeting new people, traveling, we invite you to our international online Spanish language school, Pana, Hispana, where you will find amazing professional teachers who will make the classes as interesting as possible and will help you to achieve your goals. Follow the link to the school's website in the description below this video and book your first lesson. Nos vemos!